Do not say this word out loud. I'm going to write it on the board first. Nap. What is your short vowel in this word? What's your short vowel sound in this word?
P.
Is this closed or open?
Closed.
Why is it closed?
Because a consonant at the end.
Because it ends with a consonant, which we know makes the vowel have its short sound. That is a closed syllable. What about contest? Contest. So, in the word contest, both of these syllables are what? Both of the closed. They are both closed syllables, meaning they both end in a consonant. Con ends with the N and test ends with the T, which is making the vowels have what sound?
Short and
short.
Sound.
They're short sounds, so k, con, test, contest. Okay, think about the word jacket. What two consonants are between your vowels? Emma?
C and K.
C and K. What do we know about C and K? It is a what?
Digraph.
It is a digraph. Who can raise their hand and tell me what a digraph is? Jacob.
A digraph that what makes a sound.
They make a new sound. We don't hear t. It's just jacket. The CK came together and just made the one k sound. Jacket. So, where would we separate this word to show the different syllables, Emma?
Between C and K. No. C.
You don't split your digraph. Each syllable has to have a what? Every syllable has to have a vowel sound. So we cannot split it between J and A. The A is part of the first syllable. Jack. We know the CK has to go with this syllable because is it closed or open?
Closed.
If it's closed, if this vowel has that short sound, then that means it has to end in a what? Say it, Mason.
Consonant.
A consonant. We can't separate the digraph, so that means you would separate the syllables right here. Because CK is your digraph. They have to stay together. And then et. Et is still a closed syllable because it ends in a what? It ends with a consonant. So that means et is also a closed syllable. Jacket. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to say a word off our word list, and I want you to tell me where you would separate the word. That means you're going to raise your hand and tell me where we would split the syllables. So hiccup. 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 Where would we separate these two syllables? Jagger?
Between the C's.
Between the C's because it's a what? Double
C.
What is a C though? A vowel or a consonant?
Consonant.
It's a consonant. No, our vowels are only A, E, I, O, and U. This is a double consonant word. When you have double consonants, you split your syllables in the double consonant. Hip. Hick. I almost said hip. Hick is what? Open or closed?
Open. Closed.
What?
Closed.
What have we been talking about this week, guys? Have any words we've done this week been open?
No.
No, because we're talking about what?
Closed.
Closed syllables. So hick is what?
Closed.
We know it's closed because it ends in a what?
C.
A consonant, which is making this I have what sound?
E.
Short sound. Short, thank you. Cup. Is this open or closed?
Closed.
Closed because it ends in a what?
Consonant.
Consonant, which makes this U have what sound?
Short.
Short, yes. Both of those are right. The sound, which is its short sound. What about subtract? Subtract. Where would you separate the syllables in subtract? Emma.
In the middle of sub and track.
In the middle of sub and tract. How did you know that, Emma?
Because they're two different words.
Kind of. So, look. Sub. We have to make sure we have a consonant after the vowel because we know in subtract, this is the what? Short or long sound?
Short.
Short. And if it's a short sound, it has to be a what kind of syllable?
Consonant.
What kind of syllable?
Close.
It has to be a closed syllable. So we have to make sure that we have a consonant after the vowel. And on tract, what are your blends in tract?
TR.
The TR and what else?
The CK. CT.
The CT. Act. Tract. Subtract. What about picnic? Where would we separate picnic in between the syllables?
In the middle.
How do you know you're splitting it right here in the middle?
Because there's two words.
Because it's two words, but also because what would happen if I split the word right here?
It'll be just It'll be PI.
Jagger, what were you about to say? I thought you were the one that was saying it. If I split the syllable right here, what does that make this syllable say? No.
Pie.
It would make it say pie because that would mean it's an open syllable. Is this supposed to be an open syllable?
No.
No. So where do we split it?
In the middle.
Because we have to have a consonant beside the vowel to make this a closed syllable. Ick, pick, nick.
Pick.
Both of these are what? What kind of syllables?
Close.
Closed. One more. What about bathtub? Bathtub.
Good one.
That is a good one.
Split it in the middle.
Where's the middle, Emma?
Between TH. Between TH and not TH.
Between the words.
HT.
Yes, Mason. Between HT. Why not in between TH?
Because there's a vowel. No.
Because
blend.
there's a consonant.
You're close. This isn't a blend. It's a what?
Consonant.
No.
Digraph.
Digraph. You do not separate the digraphs. And he knew that. He was just confused between digraphs and blends, but he knew we couldn't separate this. Even though he didn't remember which one it was, if it was a digraph or a blend, he still knew he couldn't separate it. So that means he has to separate. Ooh, that scared me. He had to separate, I think him sweeping. So he knew he had to separate the syllables in between the H and the T instead. You cannot separate the digraphs. Because those two letters are coming together and making a what?
New sound.
A new sound. So we can't separate them. But we also have to make sure this syllable is what? Open or closed?
Close.
Closed, because we know this vowel is what sound? Ah. We know it's the short sound, so it has to be closed. We also know tub is closed because it ends in a what?
B. A consonant.
A consonant, which makes you say what sound?
It's short.
It's short sound. Okay. This sentence says, she put her new bonnet on her head. What is a bonnet? Who knows that?
I don't know.
Does anybody know?
No.
That is an old type of hat, kind of. A bonnet is, a lot of babies kind of still wear them. They go over their head and they tie. How many of you have seen Little House on the Prairie?
I've seen it.
The old style that people would wear?
Miles has one of those that tie around right there.
Mm-hmm. They look kind of like, and then they got the strings.
My nanny has one of those.
A lot of babies wear these, but also back in the old days, a lot of people would wear these back then.
It looks like a baby.
They keep your ears and stuff covered.
They look comfortable. In case it's a little chilly outside.
Do what?
In case it's a little chilly.
In case it's a little chilly. So, bonnet. Who remembers what a synonym is from first grade?
Synonym?
Synonym.
I do.
What is it, Hunter? A synonym is a word that means the same thing. So what could be a synonym for bonnet?
A hat.
A hat. Yes, Emma. Hat could be a synonym for bonnet because they mean the same what?
Same thing.
The same thing. This is just being more specific. But a synonym for bonnet could be hat. That's really good. The glass was filled to the brim.
What is brim?
Brim.
A glass was filled. What is a brim?
We're going to talk about it. What do you think a brim is?
Like a stem?
Let's look at the sentence. The glass was filled to the brim. What are some words in there that can help you figure out what brim is?
Are you heard, Brent?
What are we talking about in this sentence?
A fish.
Where?
Glass.
The glass. We know a glass is a what?
Cup.
A cup, which is a synonym for glass, but that's not the word we're talking about right now. A glass is a cup, and the glass was filled, or the cup was filled to the brim. So what can we think that?
It was filled up.
It was filled up to the what?
Brim.
So what could a synonym for brim be?
The top.
The top. Top.
To the very.
Could be a synonym for brim. The brim of something of a cup is the top.
How do you write that? Like how is water?
This would be your brim or top.
How would you draw a cup?
Because I'm good like that. These steps.
I know how to write a cup.
These steps are very slick. Hold on. Don't talk yet. We're going to talk about it.
Okay. What you doing, mate? What you doing?
Emma. So don't slip on them.
Oh. Can you read the twist now?
Okay. These steps are very slick, so don't slip on them. What does slick mean?
Like you'll slip on them and
If they're slick, that means you can do what?
you can slide. You can slip slide around.
You can slip, you can slide, you're going to fall.
Bust your head on.
So what could be a synonym, which means what? What is a synonym? Is when they what?
Put hats.
Synonym means what? A synonym is a word that means what?
Something.
The same. I can help you out remembering. Synonym is equals same. Synonym, same. Synonym, same. So when I say what is a synonym for slick, what is a word that means the same thing as slick?
Same. Slide. Slip.
These steps are very...
Slick.
We have slick, but what is a synonym for slick that we can plug into the sentence?
Slippery.
Slippery. Thank you, Mason.
Slippery.
If I underlined this word and said, give me a synonym that could complete that sentence, which would mean the same word, not same word, a word that means the same, you could say these steps are very slippery, so don't slip on them. Does that mean the same thing as slick?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does.
Because it's slick and slippery. That's how it's slide.